But you're not directing traffic right now. Can you please stop pointing and waving your hand? Go through that way and you're trying to... No, because I don't have to. I haven't broken the law, so stop giving me direct...
Welcome to the Audit Protocol, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights, and demand accountability. This episode is brought to us by Audit. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this video, Auditor Ed is peacefully filming outside Wiltshire Police Headquarters when a sergeant comes marching out to start a fight over something that is completely legal. She tries every trick in the book just to force a citizen off the pavement. But instead of showing real leadership, this sergeant gets absolutely schooled on the law right outside her own station. Ed stands his ground, destroys her weak arguments to shreds, and leaves her completely speechless. It is an embarrassing watch for the police, ending with the sergeant and her team walking away in total defeat the second they realize they can't bully an educated citizen.
Okay, well this is restricted area. So
restricted how, sorry?
That bit over there is fine.
Which bit over the way,
sorry? Because you see where the barrier is?
Yeah,
so you shouldn't really be walking in this area?
But, I thought I was allowed to. I mean, I didn't cross any barriers or gates or anything, I just walked in.
Barrier
yeah, but
down there.
For cars though, there isn't one for the pedestrian access, is there?
If you don't mind, sorry. I'm just asking you to move out of the way because you haven't got a pass and I don't know who you are.
I know, I understand that, but I'm just also letting...
It's not public.
It is, it's a police station.
No, this isn't public
This is the police station.
Yeah, I know it's a police station.
So it is public.
It's not a public police station, it's the headquarters, so it's not somewhere for the public.
No, I think you misunderstand me. What I mean to say is, this place is funded by taxpayers' money.
Yep.
I'm a taxpayer, which effectively, if we're going to split hairs, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but effectively this is my grounds. I mean, you couldn't trespass me from here because I'm on public land.
Well, this is private, so I'm asking you to leave the area.
Sorry, but this is not a private place. This is a police station. This is the police headquarters.
The sergeant opened the encounter with a blatant lie, claiming the location is a restricted area despite the undeniable fact that Ed crossed zero barriers or gates to access it. Under Section 128 of the Serious Organized Crime and Police Act 2005, a site must be officially designated by the Secretary of State with clear, visible signage to be legally restricted, meaning the supervisor is simply inventing security zones on the spot. Her next excuse, that her headquarters is closed to the public, is equally ridiculous. A police station remains a public asset funded entirely by the taxpayer, and merely changing the signage to HQ does not magically strip away a citizen's right to stand on open ground.
And I believe under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, I have the express right to be here under my implied rights of access. I've just come in to make a little video for my YouTube channel. I have a lot of people who are interested. Sorry, if you let me finish. Sorry, if you let me finish. Sorry, if you let me finish.
That's private and confidential.
Okay, that's fine. But I was just saying to you, before you interrupted me, that I was going to make my way through there, film the marked police vehicles as I was, and then I'll be on my way.
Okay, well, over there then.
Yeah, please don't give listen. Please look. Excuse me, but you're not directing traffic right now. Can you please stop pointing and waving your hand? I'm not a dog. I'm a human being.
I know, and I'm asking you.
I haven't been rude to you. I haven't been rude to you, miss.
I'm asking you politely.
I know, and now you're raising my voice. I haven't been rude. I've just said to you that I'm going to go through that way, and you're trying to. No, because I don't have to. I haven't broken the law, so stop giving me directives. I'll do as I please. Don't give me directives. I have not. Why are you walking right behind me? You're causing me harassment, alarm, and distress right now. I am doing what this. No, I won't. I'm going to walk at my own pace. I told her. No, I haven't broken the law. Why? I have not broken the law. So why would I follow her instructions? You're out of your jurisdiction, Sergeant, with all due respect.
Sergeant's immediate dismissal of Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, which protects the rights of citizens and the press to gather information on matters of public interest, proves she is completely out of her depth. Instead of acknowledging the law, she attempts a shameless emotional pivot using a high-risk missing person inquiry as an excuse to clear the area, which has absolutely zero legal relevance to a man holding a camera on open ground. Even as Ed voluntarily agrees to shift his position, this supervisor begins barking orders for him to move to a specific spot, completely oblivious to the fact that since he's breaking no laws, her instructions carry no legal weight. This sergeant is simply desperate to win a power struggle she already lost.
Sorry, yeah, why are you following me, please?
Just making sure you're leaving.
Alright, and also, no, but I'm not, listen, I'm not on private property. A couple of other things as well. Your body camera is recording, and in your policy, it says that you will tell the member of the public when you activate your body camera. Furthermore, you will take your hands out of your pockets and stop with your slovenly behaviour, Constable. Okay? Get your hands out of your pockets, sir.
My camera is recording.
Yes, it is. You should have told me that you were recording before you approached me. So everything I have said before this point will be treated without prejudice. Do you understand?
There's no prejudice.
Thank you. So, I am being followed by these police officers.
You can't go in certain parts of the police station, okay?
Okay.
Simple as that.
But it's a police station. It's funded by the public.
Yeah.
It's ours.
Certain
We own it.
You're allowed to go to, okay?
Yeah, but it's policy that restricts us, not law, sir.
Okay.
So I follow law.
What can I help you with?
Nothing. I didn't intend on any interactions. I just walking around. I told you I would like to look at some marked police cars. I have people who have an interest in them.
The harassment continues as Ed moves into an indisputably public area. Yet, he is still shadowed by a subordinate officer who covertly records him without any prior warning. This sneaky tactic directly violates Home Office and College of Policing guidelines on body-worn video, which state that officers must loudly and clearly announce when a camera is recording to maintain transparency and public trust, instead of thinking independently. This officer simply parrots the sergeant's debunked orders, forcing Ed to deliver another basic lesson on the difference between institutional policy and the law.
I'm okay here, yeah?
Well, ideally...
No, not ideally, ma'am. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot over there, but let's stick to law. If you don't want people to go around there, you need to gate it. Because otherwise people are just going to go there because... And you know why, Sergeant? Because we have the lawful right to under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972. If I can walk through it without crossing a barrier by opening it, climbing it, or moving around it, I am free to enter it. You know this, Sergeant.
It says no unauthorised access.
I understand that, but it's a civil matter, isn't it?
So therefore, because of our threat level, we have to
What threat
question
level?
those
This
that aren't...
disproportionate, ma'am.
The threat level is that I don't know who you are because you're not wearing a lanyard. You haven't got any identification.
Yeah, I do have ID. You haven't asked me for it.
Well, I'm about to, but
okay.
it got into a slight altercation over there.
Well, yeah, but I feel like you escalated that.
Okay, fine.
But we can agree to disagree because I know what police are like. I heard this lady speaking to the gentleman over there, and she tarred me with the same brush as what your generic your generic handed down information is given. So, and I heard her say that.
The sergeant's pathetic pivot that Ed ideally shouldn't be in the car park completely collapses her previous legal stance, exposing that her demands were rooted in personal preference rather than any actual legislation. Ed instantly demolishes this by telling her to stick to the law, drawing a sharp boundary between her internal desires and actual statutory powers. Desperate to regain control, she then makes the utterly laughable claim that Ed poses security risk simply because he isn't wearing an official lanyard. National threat levels and internal building security policies are governed by strict counterterrorism frameworks and contest protocols, which rely on actual hostile reconnaissance indicators, not whether a member of the public on open ground has a plastic badge hanging around their neck. I've got huge news. Under what is now officially live, you can support the platform by subscribing through the website below for $7.99 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Your support helps keep this platform running, funds independent journalism, and allows me to keep producing the kind of breakdowns, investigations, and resources that people need but rarely get in one place. If you value the work and want to help it grow, the link is below.
But if your front door was open, you wouldn't want me to walk into your front door?
But legally you could.
No.
Yes, you could.
No.
If my front door is open,
we can't.
Listen,
We can't.
sir,
We can't. We can't
excuse me.
walk into your house.
Sorry, Michael. You may not be as a police officer, right? But everybody on this planet who walks this planet with 2 feet, has an implied right of access. If I leave I leave my door open and somebody comes in my house, it could be construed as aggravated trespass. It could be. However, The black and white of the law says if my front door is open, anybody may walk in until I revoke their implied rights of access.
Because you obviously know a lot about legislation.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able
enough to stay safe, at least.
Yeah. You wouldn't go up to the office window and film through the windows.
Well, I would if I wanted to, because I wouldn't be breaking the law if I did that. Because
you know what I mean? That's kind of things that's gonna.
I'm not gonna be here to. I'm not here to purposely antagonize anybody. So I'm not going to do anything purposefully to antagonize anybody. But I will exercise my rights, and I will defend my rights vehemently if needed.
The officer's failed attempt at a hypothetical comparison, claiming that Ed wouldn't want strangers walking through his open front door, completely backfires, demonstrating a fundamental misunderstanding of basic property law. The landmark High Court ruling in Robson v. Hallett firmly establishes the implied right of access, which gives any member of the public a lawful right to walk up an unobstructed pathway to the entrance of a property. This officer's absolute confusion over where civil trespass begins and ends proves he shouldn't be lecturing anyone on property boundaries. The officer then tries falsely telling Ed he cannot film through the station windows, which is entirely untrue. Under UK law, there is no legal expectation of privacy for activities visible from a public vantage point.
Your details just...
No, I haven't broken the law. You can, are you asking me for ID?
Well, see, this cops for us to be making videos.
You've got your faces covered. Your public officials. Your crown case. There you go. Your crown, sir. I still don't give you permission, okay? You have no expectation of privacy in a public place, dude. So,
well, I'll just remind you that I haven't given you...
You're ex-army, aren't you?
Ex-army now.
Sure. But I've just had a really nice talk with Michael, and I come over, it just seems like police just can't help but give directives. Like, stop giving directives to people who haven't done anything wrong and go about your business. It's disrespectful. Yeah, no, I'm not going to come past the bollards. Okay? What's your number anyway, you young buck?
70.
And your name? Are you sure? Do you suspect me of terrorism offences? Then you absolutely do have to give me your name, sir.
The arrival of yet another officer only adds more legal illiteracy to the scene, as he claims Ed needs explicit permission to include them in his video. This assertion completely ignores established UK law and the College of Policing Guidance on Media Relations, which explicitly confirms that the public and press have an absolute right to film police officers performing their duties in a public space, as public officials have zero expectation of privacy while on duty. To double down on this incompetence, when asked to identify himself, this new officer only offers a shoulder number. Ed rightly corners him by pointing out that the only legal exemption allowing an officer to withhold their name for personal safety is under counterterrorism protocols, such as Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, an exemption the officer openly admits does not apply here.
Take 270.
Yeah? You're based from here as well, are you? Yep. You based here, are you? Are you based here? Are you based here? Can I see your warrant card, please? And you have to give me 3 forms of ID. You've given me your number and your uniform, so either give me your name or show me your warrant card. How long have you been a constable? Huh?
I don't have to tell you.
No, but what you do need to do is know the law and your policy. And your policy states that when a member of the public asks you to identify, you will identify with 3 forms of ID. I will accept your uniform. You have given me your number, so you will either show me your warrant card or you'll tell me your name, sir. Or you will receive a complaint.
You're more than welcome to put in a complaint.
Okay, that's fine. Off you go then.
Okay, thank you.
You're no longer required. When a constable you are around acts outside of his remit, you should say something, because you know what I said earlier, and you questioned me and you said actually it's not all officers, but when a good officer doesn't say something to a bad officer, that makes him just as bad. Yeah, of course. You don't.
The officer's smug refusal to state whether he is based at the station or to produce his warrant card exposes a deep-seated culture of arrogance and unaccountability within this unit. Under the College of Policing Code of Ethics and Standard Operational Procedures, an officer in uniform is required to confirm their base and present their warrant card upon a reasonable request from a member of the public to verify their identity and legitimacy. By treating a basic request for transparency as an interrogation he could simply ignore, this officer showed a complete disdain for the public When threatened with a formal complaint for this blatant obstruction, the officer rather you do that reveals an institutional indifference to discipline. He clearly believed the internal complaint system would shield his misconduct, completely forgetting that under the Police Reform Act 2002, failing to identify oneself or produce a warrant card is a clear breach of professional standards that can trigger formal disciplinary action. These officers genuinely believe they are above the rules that govern their employment. Ultimately, this entire encounter serves as an embarrassing demonstration of institutional incompetence. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Audit. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching.